Shouts out to the King Venom, the CEO of Theta Boy Entertainment, the hottest label from Mississippi.
Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Xit Only. We up in here once again, committed 601 SFX lead. Shout out to Theta Boy Entertainment, that King Venom. You're listening to that Blood Talk Radio. Here we go.
Universal greetings, kings, queens, guys, and goddesses. You are now tuned in to the Blunt Talk TV podcast, where we break down issues with entrepreneurs, independent artists, producers, CEOs, and activists. Sprinkle in some dope independent hip-hop from across the country and roll it up in a fire package for you. Kick back, roll up, and match one with King Venom's Blunt Talk TV podcast, Trey 300. Universal greetings, kings, queens, guys, and goddesses. Blunt Talk TV fam, help me welcome one of the pioneers of Mississippi independent hip-hop, a wise sage, and one of my mentors, Xit Only.
Universal greetings, day in and day out. It's your boy Xit Only, Jacktown Finest. It's an honor to be here, King Venom. I appreciate the opportunity.
Man, most definitely, King. It's an honor to have you on this platform. Thank you so much for tapping in with us. King, if you don't mind me, can I just pick your brain for a minute?
Oh, guaranteed. That's what we're here for.
Indeed. King, if you don't mind, just let me know, what was like the landscape of hip-hop when you first fell in love with hip-hop, and what was that landscape like in Mississippi during that time?
Well, I'm a pioneer from the older generation. We don't call it old school no more. We just call it true school.
Facts.
We was there when the truth of this game actually got started. I came up a fan like everybody else. We had, here in Jackson, Mississippi, we had 3 the Hard Way on 90.1. It was the only station playing hip-hop at that particular point. So most of us would actually tune in on late Fridays, Thursday nights, or Saturday and listen to hip-hop. I fell in love with it as soon as I heard it. I started actually, freestyling. I'm from the battling circuit. Used to actually get into a lot of battle rhymes. Earned a title, gained a little name for myself. Ran into a cat named Pat the Rat. Right now, he's the 1JP. Send a salute and a shout out to the 1JP. He's still out here in the game. And he's the one that put me in the direction. Pointed me toward Freddie Young. It was different then than it is now. Now it's like rappers are common thing. It's like everybody do it. It's cool. I came up in an era when it wasn't so cool. We used to get together and form ciphers. We would have the police breaking up because they think we instigating the arguing or starting the fight. So it was a little bit more different during the era that I came up in as it is now. But I'm honored to be a part of one of the ones who have laid the pavement for the generation to come after the fact. So I am honored for that. We made a lot of things a little bit more simpler to get done through all the hardship and transgressions we went through, trying to actually do something that we love. My generation actually started rhyming to actually get out of crime. Things are different now. It's like a reverse effect. We actually was doing what we was doing to redirect our lives, try to get into a better position in life. So that's actually what I strive for. Although during that time I was in the streets heavy, but we didn't speak street. So I actually paid attention to words. I learned the craft. I love it. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's a sport. I love it.
Indeed.
I've seen all of them come and go. Some of the great pioneers, Mississippi Mafia, Wildlife Society, big ups to my brother Melvin T, Sleepy, and Howie Howell. Oh man, there's so many. DSP, Valley of the Dry Bone. It's so many at that particular point, but it was different because everybody took it serious. And the goal at that point was trying to actually bring some light to Mississippi. Now, I'm going to share some history people probably don't know, because a lot of people think Banner was the first to get signed out of Mississippi, and that wasn't true. The first one who bring recognition to Mississippi, I got to give that to Prism, Poetic Climax, who actually got on Team Summit back in the days, which was on BET. So that was the first that brought national attention to Mississippi hip-hop. Then Wildlife was signed to TV, I think TTV Records, TVT Records, which is Earth Guarding them now. They actually was the first group to actually sign a major deal, like in New York, from out here in Mississippi. I got to give a shout out to Ragamuffins, who was the first group from Mississippi to actually hold down a position in unsigned hype in the Source magazine. So it's a lot of work that has been done to lay foundation to bring attention to what we do down here. And I have to give a salute to all the artists out now grinding and doing your thing, because the platforms is different. You have the internet now. Almost the world is at your fingertips, where we was at a time frame when it wasn't. So I'm loving where it's going and how they doing it, for it's the direction that they going with it. More artists now are actually trying to be more major artists. When we came up, everybody just really held down their region and did what they did. We just loved sport. It's different now. Now it's more for business.
Indeed. And one thing I have to definitely, and again, give you a salute and everybody that laid that foundation, because without that foundation, we wouldn't have the structure we have now. And the way my grandfather used to say, it's like, no matter what you achieve in your lifetime, you're still standing on the shoulders of giants that came before you. So definitely, I humble myself before my pioneers, and I salute y'all. And again, I respected it, like you said, as the sport and the art of the craft. So definitely, I look at it that way. I understand what you mean about a lot of people, instead of letting art imitate life, they're letting their life imitate the art. And that's not how it should be. It should definitely be, should be an outlet of your intellect and your self-expression of how you view the world.
The whole hip-hop culture was designed to deteriorate from gang violence and black-on-black crime.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, when I say that, we going back to the roots. We don't take it back to even breaking and dancers.
Like the Five
Pillars.
Pillars.
Competing with that to keep from getting into violence. And then it went into rhyming. You know, he even went to DJs. It was a competition to see who was better without bloodshed and without it getting violent.
Right.
And I thank you, for acknowledging the past, the road that has been paved. We tore down trees and put a road where it shouldn't have been a road.
Right.
And y'all walking on that road right now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I do have a sense of pride of knowing that if we wouldn't have went through where we went through, y'all won't be able to do what y'all do. So I'm glad we did what we did, because it actually opened up a bigger light for Southern hip-hop, just as well as artists in Mississippi, Alabama, Texas. We created an opening.
Indeed. And speaking on that level of creation, speaking on that level of attention to your craft, I must admit you have like an amazing blend of storytelling as well as blend with hyper lyricism. What sparked you to develop that side of your gift, and what was it like developing that gift?
Okay, what made me actually get into it, I realized a long time ago, people don't listen when you talk. But if you could figure out a unique way to put it in a rhyme, not only will they listen, they will remember it and take it in. This is the game that Jesse Jackson used to pull back in the days when he used to rhyme when he talked, because people can listen to rhythm quicker than they can listen to direct. That was one of the reasons that I really started paying attention to it, because I had a elderly lady tell me a long time ago, if you got the abilities to say something, say something. So that's why I take it so serious, and I have substance. And on top of the craft and the skills, I love words. I'm one of them individuals that have sat and read a dictionary and a thesaurus like you read a novel.
Right.
I love words. I understand that there's so many different thoughts in the English language that you can take one word and make a whole statement if you know how to break down syllables and get words out of words. Mm-hmm. So by having that ability, I'm able to take words and do crazy things with them. All I see is words. I mean, matter of fact, and this is something that people don't know, Me and David Banner used to actually ride around at one point, used to jump on the interstate and just throw on tracks and just freestyle to things that we see, putting things off full billboard, off bumper stickers, off trucks. This is how we used to actually, we call them sparring sessions. This is how we used to actually sharpen our skills.
Iron sharpens iron.
Our skills in them days. In them days, it was important to be on point, because if you wasn't, you get called for it.
Most definitely.
It's a different game now, but and a lot of the younger generation might not look at it this way, but it is. It's a easier path to actually get out and get exposed and explore. Now, in my days, you had to rhyme. I mean, it was no way around it. You would get booed, laughed at, talked about forever if you stepped in a circle and didn't have skill. So
right.
It made people hesitant about getting into it. After, rap evolved, and it became more of a pattern of we can use skills to actually promote products. It doesn't have to be so complicated. It doesn't have to be all of this education or pro-black. We can just rhyme about anything. Then it changed its pattern. Well, we was in my generation of artists that I listened to, we had a variety. So I do like this about this generation, that there's a variety. But I do have a problem with so many artists resembling other artists. In my days, that was like unallowed.
Yeah, that was considered biting.
You had to be original. You had to be original. Yeah, they call that bite. You had to be original. I've seen serious conflict break out because an individual sound too much like another individual.
Facts. And honestly, when I was coming up, I understand I'm of a younger generation, but even when I was coming up, that's how it was for us up until a certain point. And with my exposure to hip-hop, my older cousin left his Walkman sitting on the table when he came to visit our grandparents. And, like, literally, he had Bone Thug, Hugs and Harmony, I believe it was East 99 that was in. And then his other tape, he had Tupac. Then he had Outkast. He had Goody Mob. He had the Ghetto Boys. Then he had like Nas. So it was like, and then matter of fact, he had E40. You know what I'm saying? So I was getting all these different styles, and I didn't know that I was rapping. So when I was repeating these songs, like he was telling me, "Hey, go grab this dictionary." I didn't know why I was reading dictionaries. I just knew I had to have three different different brands of dictionaries, and I had to come back to him with words. And he would be like, "All right, can you understand why you're using that word? Have you started using that in regular conversation?" And you're like, "Don't never use something that you hadn't made a part of yourself." And I didn't know that he was building my repertoire at the time. But as I started to grow, I saw how that will separate you as far as your skill set. And definitely hearing that that's part of your story and part of your development of your artistry, I definitely appreciate hearing and seeing that.
Yeah, exactly. You came up through the steps, because those were the steps back then. Back then, you had to really know words. It's different now. It's not artist's fault. I want to clear it up. It's not the artist's fault, and I don't fault artists for a lot of what is going on, because the industry is in such a stamp to where if you don't do this, you're not accepted. That's kind of why I always remain underground. I had several contracts in front of me I could have signed with Interscope. Matter of fact, in a book bag, I got a few contracts back from back in the day, still back here. I just never could actually put a leash on my talent. I could never let nobody lead me to do what they wanted me to do, because it's a freedom of expression.
No point in dumbing down.
Of being an artist, it's being able to express. You mentioned the storytelling. I've seen a lot of things in life. Wisdom comes with age. Everybody sit there when they conversate with me like, "You're so wise. Just gotta live long enough. You're gonna get there too." That comes with age and experience. Experience more than age. experience. You got some people who are young and still super wise because it's the experience. You're supposed to learn from every experience. Most people don't. Most people just repeat a cycle. And it's just like that's a record with a scratch in it, because it's going to constantly repeat that same position until they move the needle. And most people don't have to move that needle. They just constantly repeat the same cycle because they don't really understand how to move that needle. Or they figure if I move that needle, a lot of people, because if it skips, it creates a certain rhythm. You got some people who can fall into that rhythm. And you got other people who really understand that, that's a skip. So the person who can actually move the needle be hesitant about moving the needle, because I got people moving to the skip, but this is not the way the record's supposed to play. And that's what a lot of people are trapped into. I come up in an era where, I don't know if we can curse or not, but
go ahead.
Really didn't we really didn't give a damn when nobody thought about what we did or none of that. We did what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it. Now the era is more influenced too much on people's thoughts and what people think and what people might say or what they might feel. I know, I ain't gonna mention no names, but there's an artist here, super dope, but a lot of people don't know it because he actually took a pattern of actually creating dance club music because he wanted to get on. And he did that. Now, get me wrong. He actually created a few club joints that the club loved. Now, I'm going to show you how that actually backfired. We actually did a show, and we all was at the same spot. The cat had skills, and I guess because we was there together, he wanted to get up and spit his skills. So he got up and ripped it. Crowd didn't want to hear it. Go play what we used to. We don't want to hear that. Once you put yourself in a box, it's hard to come out of it. And it's best not to get yourself put in a box. Because once you put in a box, they expect you to only be in that box. And they won't accept you when you try to break up out of that box. Life is growth. So if you're not growing, you're doing what? You're declining, you're dying.
Correct.
So if you kept in that box too long, they can't get no light. And anything that don't get light, die. So it's good not to be put in the box, because I've seen plenty of people's career die out because they was placed in the box. A lot of people ask me how I last so long. I reinvent myself constantly. I challenge myself. The only person I'm in competition with is me. I'm in competition with the last thing I wrote. I gotta come up with something better than that, or better than that, or better than that. This is what people done got away from. They're in a comfort zone, they get comfortable, and this works, so this is good. And they ain't understanding they putting themselves in a box. Because the effect of the box comes in long term, which means on down the road. Take a plant, place it in a box, put a top on it, and leave it there for 2 or 3 months. It's going to wither and die. That's long-term being in the box. Because you need life to grow.
Most definitely. I appreciate those, Jules. Hey, real quick, Xit Only. Big bro, we about to go ahead and tap into our independent hip-hop break. Big bro, do you mind introducing some of these dope artists?
Not a problem at all, little brother. As we actually jumping into this section, first up, Xit Only. We're going to give you Mirrors, My Joint. Next up, we're going to drop that King Venom on you, Live Life 2020. Then we got Nip G. I love this one. Roll Up My Depression, Queen Star, Vibe High, Flex Capone, Somebody, and then we right back at me again, Xit Only, and this is that new banger, Financial Gain, exclusively heard for the first time here.
Exclusive.
No use pretending what's done is done, and you can't turn back the clock.
Yo.
It's no use pretending what you have said will stay inside my head.
Reflections.
Oh, it's all
Xit Only. Come on.
over.
Now from the start, it's come from the heart, so I should not skip a beat.
Take a stand on my words, speak this from my seat. Observe the view from the angle I sit. Come rest your feet and kick your feet up and recline. Can't find time for defeat. Grind time, got no time for sleep. Insomniac, I sleepwalk through cracks to attack and kill beats like a maniac. Dragging a pickaxe through the streets. I peek through hypocrites to see the truth in what they speak. Come on. Blood don't love nobody, it don't owe me shit. Now just bring it back to the angle I sit. I'm skirt view. Now staring at this world through my rear view. Matador, dodging all the bullshit I've been through. Where were you? Artillery in the artery, so I bleed true. Blood blue, art of war, so I can read you to break through. Them same friends grinning your face be the same reason you ain't here today, my nigga.
As I walk through the valley of death in these cold streets, where the wolves do lay with the sheep, the giants sleep. The sole of my shoes underneath the concrete, where you sow what you eat, only peace can keep peace. I walk through the valley of death in these cold streets, where the wolves do lay with the sheep, the giants sleep. The sole of my shoes underneath the concrete, where you sow what you eat, and only peace can keep peace. In the mirror, I'm a champion. Look at me. In the mirror, I'm a champion. Look at me. In the mirror, I'm a champion. Look at me. In the mirror, I'm a champion.
Now first of all, I don't get down with the gat down. The translator, I don't fuck around with them fuck arounds. You know the ones that be dying to see you underground. He never made it to the fame, he died underground. Rose in his face, call it Melrose Place. See a flower need its light to grow, that's photosynthesis. So is it a crime, deemed worthy of serving time? If I paint a picture with murderous rhymes, photosynthesis, develop negative photographic lyrics. Rap shit is this, words of art, verbal images. Now let's imagine like John Lennon did. If I could put my folks together positive, let me live. Socially, the media follow me and leave comments. The last comment was substance and content, but they content with condiments. So where the condom went, sexual consent that wasn't meant. The birth of new age and knuckleheads on dumb shit. I'm at high risk to be missed. Come on, yeah. Exit only. Come on, yeah. Words are immortal.
As I walk through the valley of death in these cold streets, where the wolves do lay with the sheep, the giants sleep. The sole of my shoes underneath the concrete, where you sow what you eat, only peace can keep peace. I walk through the valley of death in these cold streets, where the wolves do lay with the sheep, the giants sleep. The sole of my shoes underneath the concrete, where you sow what you eat, and only peace can keep peace.
In the mirror, I'm a champion. Look at me. In the mirror, I'm a champion. Look at me. In the mirror, I'm a champion. Look at me. In the mirror, I'm a champion.
Vision not 2020, but I see what's in the frame. Just cause you in the picture don't mean you part of the game. The negatives will develop the direction the lenses aim. The better the lens, no filter needed to change. I live life, you don't lie, you frame as your phone. You claiming that you grown, let it reflect in your tone. Respect is something built, if given you do not own. Half you haters renting, beg your wife another loan. I just stay facts, my lawyer a trade from way back. All arms registered, self-defense case, ate that. Playback, you try to sabotage, nigga payback. Face that, what's concealing shadows, you create that. Made back, dream out the box and never fade back. Blaze that, create you must destroy, equate that. Straight math, multiply the niggas, positive negate that. You mad cause I'm styling on you, nigga, just take that. I just live like, mind my business, keep it pushing. Half you niggas pussy, false claiming as a bullet. I just feel like, mind my business, keep it pushing. No one see the man pushing just to wanna fire the bullet. I just live like, mind my business, keep it pushing. Half you niggas pussy, false claiming as a bullet. I just live like, mind my business, keep it pushing. No one see the man pushing just to wanna fire the bullet. Vision not 2020, but I see what's in the frame. You must be fecal in the brain. I can see that you ain't changed. Vaguely specific and our boundaries were the same. Talk that life familiar, now it's memories in a chain. But what it's like, But memories in a chain, context might get lost, but the scars still remain. During the pain, it's hard to see lessons is gained. Purge what is dead and only life will remain. Only thing changed is circumstances and the season. Changes circumstances for a season. Lifetime you'll be eating. Forget public appeasement and don't forget building secret. Establishing infrastructure in the kingdom, they can't breach it. To attain a new level, first you must believe it. Longer than a tweet is this an algorithm. Please persist, I see the twist, but wrote you out the picture for the season twist. You mad cause I'm styling on you and we the shit. I just live like mind my business, keep it pushing. Half you niggas pussy, false claiming as a bullet. I just live like mind my business, keep it pushing. No one see the man pushing just to wanna fire the bullet. I just live like mind my business, keep it pushing. Half you niggas pussy, false claiming as a bullet. I just live like mind my business, keep it pushing. No one see the man pushing just to wanna fire the bullet.
Wish I can roll up my depression in a blunt and let it burn. Question me about my life, cause that ain't none of your concern. The way you treat me, that's the way you gon' get treated in return. The way you treat me, that's the way you gon' get treated in return. Wish I can roll up my depression. Been dealing with this for too long. I wish I can light it up and smoke it all until it's gone. Wish I can roll up my depression. Don't come asking about what's wrong, cause I'ma be alright when I take this bitch to the dome. Wish I can roll up my depression. Dealing with this depression. Pressure. I've been going through some things, kinda hard to explain. I know somebody can relate, wish I can smoke up all this pain, but think that I'm insane, so I be antisocial, don't wanna talk about it. They say I should be vocal, they just wanna know my business, but you and your proposals, a part of me is damaged, tired of getting my heart broken, and I'm convinced my life don't hold no purpose on this planet, and I just wanna fly away, I wish that I could vanish. I got pain in my heart that can't be covered by a bandage. And I keep my faith in the Lord, cause don't nobody understand me. I can roll up my depression in a blunt and let it burn. Question me about my life, cause that ain't none of your concern. The way you treat me, that's the way you gon' get treated in return. The way you treat me, that's the way you gon' get treated in return. I can roll up my depression. Been dealing with this for too long. I wish I can light it up and smoke it all until it's gone. I can roll up my depression. Don't come asking about what's wrong, cause I'ma be alright when I take this bitch to the dome. I can roll up my depression.
Depression is real. I wanna swallow a handful of pills. I don't even wanna live. I got murder on my mind and I wanna kill. Lately I've been feeling kinda down. I need somebody to talk to right now, but ain't nobody trying to listen to a nigga problem. But I'ma make it somehow. I talk to God and I pray for a remedy. Smoking blunts for therapy. Easily I get pissed off, so I try my best to move carefully. But I be pissing my girl off, but I don't do the shit purposely. And I be going through a lot of shit, trying not to let the shit worry me. I'm about to smoke all my problems away. I wanna take me a blunt to the face. Leave me alone, just give me my space. I know somebody out there can relate. Don't fuck up my vibe, don't come with that hate. Get all that fuckery out of my face. I need a blunt and I don't need it lace. Take a nigga to his happy place.
Wish I can roll up my depression in a blunt and let it burn. Question me about my life, cause that ain't none of your concern. The way you treat me, that's the way you gon' get treated in return. The way you treat me, that's the way you gon' get treated in return. Wish I can roll up my depression. Been dealing with this for too long. I wish I can light it up and smoke it all until it's gone. Wish I can roll up my depression. Don't come asking about what's wrong, cause I'ma be alright when I take this bitch to the dome. I can roll up my
All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Melanated and in power, watch it gotta slide. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Third eye open, we are chosen, I share when I rise. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. TBE, we a movement, crown, hold it high. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Look in the mirror, lay yourself, girl, I vibe high. I said this life is a test, get my best, nothing less. What you give is what you get, so I'm dressed to impress. Done away with the stress, man, I used to obsess. Put my thoughts in check, now I'm headed for the journey just beginning. Expand my limits, pit with my intuition revealing. Started with the decision to act upon my vision. I'm on a mission, this is what the game been missing. Slide up in like a piston, it cause a major shit. Enterprises and winners is who I'm hanging with. Know where I'm going, but where I'm from I won't forget. If you ambitious, then let me see you represent. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Melanated and empowered, watch it gotta slide. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Third eye open, we are chosen, I share when I rise. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. TBE, we a movement, crown, hold it high. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Look in the mirror, lay yourself, girl, I vibe high. Up when existed when I didn't feel love. Had no one else to turn to but the Lord up above. Pressure piling up, I got so fed up and done. Searching for the answer spot and not a way to come up. I had to level up, trust and get on my grind. See the kingdom inside and free my own mind. The light within would carry me through the darkest times. Just gotta follow joy road like X and 9, I'm on a climb. And I'm just gon' keep on shining. Pressure will make a diamond. Self-love is the best love, true shit. Just like the sun, I'm rising. Royal melanated and thriving. Don't give a damn if you don't like me. Frequency way up, I'm vibing. Reverberating with the goddess inside me. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Melanated and empowered, watch it gotta slide. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Third eye open, we are chosen, I share when I rise. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. TBE, we a movement, crown, hold it high. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Look in the mirror, lay yourself, girl, I vibe high. And I'm just gon' keep on shining. Pressure will make a diamond. Self-love is the best love, true shit. Just like the sun, I'm rising. Royal melanated and thriving. Don't give a damn if you don't like me. Frequency way up, I'm vibing. Reverberating with the goddess inside me. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Melanated and empowered, watch it gotta slide. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Third eye open, we are chosen, I share when I rise. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. CBE, we a movement, crown, hold it high. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Look in the mirror, lay yourself, girl, I vibe high, vibe high.
Stand tall, I know you fed up. Times hard, making ends meet, trying to find ways to get your bread up. Single mom with no income, I know the world feel like it's Vietnam. Make you cry, make it hurt inside. When them bills do it, make you wanna run, but you can't quit. Your baby daddy probably ain't shit, but dry your eyes, you can still rise. Not a lot of money, but you still rich. Still a queen and you still precious. Hate to talk, never lose your essence. Talk down and they spread rumors, try to kill your joy, but don't let them stress you. Shine bright when the world tests you. Make a move, let the world see it. Keep it moving if they mistreat you, cause you're worth more so you don't need it. Keep your faith when the fam hating and nobody else don't believe me. Told you once, gotta stay strong, I'ma show the world what I see in you. Know somebody love you. Convict, but you still trapped. Slow money like no money, so you still grind to make your cash stack. I understand you, hustle hard just to feed your family. Black man, you got 3 strikes, so I know the crooked cops can't stand you. Still rise, gotta keep your pride, even though the pain hurt aside. Police will pull you over quick, then they profile you when you're in your ride. I know the feeling, making money and I know it kill 'em. Keep shining, take care of business. Elevator stay sucker free while you stacking paper high to the ceiling. Everybody wanna talk about you, don't nobody wanna get to know you. It's another way to make it out the hood, but nobody else will take the time to show you. Stand tall, you gotta stay strong when the odds against you in the world, judge. Can't stop, do it for your kids, looking in the eyes. Know somebody love you. Try your ass, whatever it is, we gon' make it through.
Financial gain. People love money, but money love profit. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Zero to decimals, commas and topics. Speaking about it to come up the topic. Knowing your market. Me know how to mark. Claim you a shooter, but can't hit the target. Research your side, yet still miss the margin. Timing on watch, grinding no option. Minutes to second, we hustle the clock. Serving the corners to emptying the trash. Only objective is getting that cash. The only debt that you can't spend is dead end. Debit or credit. You get out what you put in. Like cash in, for tax in. Withdrawal and check amounts. Came back what you can't spend. Mattress money in the bank account. Income come best in when you invest in investments. Stress less and you rest best when you're making money while sleeping. Financial gain. Financial gain. Financial gain. Financial gain. On gain, financial gain. On gain, financial gain. It don't matter the sauce you drenched in if it don't reflect in your living. Should be moving in a position to own the home that you rent in. Better your conditions. That's financial gain like stock exchange. No hands in my pocket. Subtraction is not attractive. So all that jewelry bling distraction. Only bring the haters in. That's Dow Jones crash. So fuck the fame and fashion, multiplying in fractions. Fuck a hater reaction, elevated in your value. Walk it out in your stature, woo. They don't get it, too far over their head with it. This that boss talk, business suit, tailor fitted. Damage control, collateral damage, property managed. There's true expansion, future planning from home to mansion. Y'all live for the moment, complaining about your disadvantage. We design and structure, product market, business planning. Organization, rule the nation. It's complicated. There's translation. Get it. Financial gain. Financial gain. Get it. That's gain. Financial gain. That's gain. Financial gain. Oh.
King, tell me this, because definitely I feel like you're like an extremely prolific content creator. I really want to wrap my mind around where do you draw from in order to produce that amount of content that you do at that and still maintain that high level of quality that you do?
I don't consider myself, I'm an MC. I can rap, but I'm not a rapper.
Facts.
If that makes any kind of sense to you. By being an MC, I challenge myself to actually be able to function on whatever level I need to function on. If it's time for me to actually jump in and tell an intriguing story, I can do that. Spit bars, I can do that. Drop knowledge, I can do that. Create a party record, I can do that. Fans of mine and people who listen to me actually have said, you sound different on every song. Because every song is different. No music pattern is the same. Well, it don't supposed to be.
Right.
So I do what the music tells me to do. That's really what I do. Now, you have experience life. I'm like Jimi Hendrix's experience. I done experienced a lot in life. There's not too many things I haven't seen, been through, or witnessed. So that leaves you completely open to be able to speak about multitudes of things. So my inspiration comes from life. That's really it. Now, I can just create a song, but sometimes certain situations hit me, like the situation at Parchment, which drew out trouble, shut them down. Then I really actually feel like it's a duty. It's a duty of me it's a duty of me as a street reporter, verbalist, to actually speak up on certain situations that affects the streets, that affects my people, that affects life. So certain things I feel like I have a duty to speak about. Because remember, I told you, a lady told me, when you have the ability to say something, you're supposed to say something. So certain songs in certain situations bring out those certain songs. Before it's just inspiration, as in where it comes from, it can come from anywhere. It can come from this light bulb that I'm staring at right now. It can literally come from anywhere. The world and life is my music.
Indeed. And I greatly appreciate you sharing that with me, because like I said, when we were talking off the record, you know, you definitely have that level of pain that I hear through your music. I hear your spirit of overcoming trials. I definitely feel like it is purely intentional, you know, how you really reflect life. Definitely you got a dope song, Mirrors. We're going to be getting into that a little later on, but definitely like your call to the community, your sense of accountability and responsibility to the community, to me, it bleeds through your craft, and I greatly appreciate that, because it's a lot of people who feel like us, who feel like they don't belong in the way society currently works, because society is not working, it's broken, and we see past those cycles, and a lot of people, they feel alone in that struggle. But your music, it comforts, it provides jewels, and it also provides a way out. So I definitely salute and appreciate that.
I thank you, brother. I actually live to not fit in. I don't want to fit in. I'm not claiming to be different. I am. That's the difference.
That statement strong. I am. Like that's a strong statement. Cause you speaking that from the metaphysical into the physical.
I am. When people ask me, how are you still doing this? I'm like, doing what? Are you still rapping? I'm not rapping. I mean, I am music. I am. I mean, a lot of people really can't even understand that statement, but this is me. It's not what I do. This is me.
Right.
And I had to learn to accept that, because coming up, you know, as the game changed, and they actually was trying to make it a youngster game where only youngsters supposed to be rapping. Well, how come it's not only youngsters doing any other genre of music? This is music.
Right.
This is what we're on. This is not a club, and if you overage or underage, you can't come in. This is not this. This is music. And we try to create music that is everlasting. I like good music. I like country, Johnny Cash. I like soul, Marvin Gaye. I like rock, Jimi Hendrix, The Doors. I love music. So to tell me that I can't do music because of an age cap, and you got Kenny Rogers, well, R.I.P. to Kenny Rogers, but before he passed, he still was doing shows and performances. None of the other white people don't shun their people for age. You still have Mick Jagger, they're doing tours and concerts overseas. It's just over here, they want to put a cap on it and say, well, if you're past this age, you need to stop it.
Right.
I deal with a lot of artists now, Big Daddy Kane and a few others, still in the game, overseas making a killing.
Right.
Because they want to accept them over here, because over here they're trying to put, this is a youngster game. Now, everybody has a place. I don't do music for the youngsters. Some of them do catch on to what I do, and I really do appreciate it. But I have grown men bars. My bars are about different things.
Speak on it.
Because we go through life. Once you get to a certain point in life, your pattern of thinking is going to change. If you live that long. And this is the problem that I have, is too many of the young generations are dying off before you can learn how to live. You're not living yet. And I did that. I done ran out there and did that. Been in the streets, did that. Ran with guns, did that. Everything they talking, I did that. Having a child changed me because of my upbringing. So he gave me something more serious to focus on.
Right.
So if you live long enough and actually grow, you'll start understanding things differently. And it's supposed to change you. Everything changes. You have to evolve. Everything changes. Perfect example. We didn't change so much within the last 3 months that life is not the same as it was in January and the early part of February.
Right.
It's totally different now. You go out, you see people in masks. You can't see nobody but eyes. And to me, it's crazy because, you know, you wear a mask to rob somebody. So it's like now I can't even identify with who's who. You see what I'm getting at? So, but we adapt. This is what we're supposed to do as people. It's complicated. It's not easy. It's not the same. It's a change. But you either adapt or die.
Indeed.
So, being where I'm at, I actually speak to those who are in my age bracket, those who actually feel like, well, the rap nowadays have nothing to offer me, so I got to find another genre of music to listen to. Especially down south, they go to the blues. I actually still try to comply and speak to those, the hip hop heads, those who still have it in the heart. But I'm not just focused on the region. There's a whole world out there, and there's outer space beyond that. I used to tell people, you know, they said the sky was the limit, but if you shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you still can land on the star.
Yes,
we
sir.
can go beyond the sky.
That's a major key. King,
So
I just want to.
That's my goal.
I just want to first off, you know, thank the Most High for Him blessing you with a son that affected you in that manner. And also, I want to definitely give a shout out to my son Junior. I love you with all my heart. Give a shout out to my daughter Kalia. I love you with all my heart, because definitely having the two of them in my life has changed my thought process and the way I think. Because, like you said, for a long time, I didn't even feel like I was supposed to live past a certain amount of time. But once I had them, my life and my intention and my mind frame and personal growth and development has always, since them being born, has always been, let me push to a point to where I give them something to be proud of and something that they can build upon and something that they can inherit. So definitely I understand you.
It gets to a point where you're supposed to live for your kids and stop living for yourself. I used to be reckless out there. My son actually helped grounded me. I lost my father at a young age. My father was murdered when I was like 14. And I've been out there in the streets like super hard since then. So it's funny how life works. When I say the Most High have things, He moves in different ways you might not understand, but everything is for a reason. Me losing my pop and coming up the way I did gave me a point of really being able to appreciate my child. And knowing the life that's out there, I know what I have to protect it from.
Right.
So when you speak of what my son listens to my music, now he's into today's era of music. He helped me understand things I don't understand. Be honest with you, I love my boy. But in the same sense, he understands what Dad did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he appreciated it. I try to give him lessons to live by.
Mm-hmm.
What we do with music is we create time capsules. We really don't even pay attention to it because we just really put out songs. But, you know, like my album title is Immortal Words, because words live forever. Even after you're gone, your words live on.
Right.
So if you actually creating time capsules with words, you need to leave lessons and jewels in those words, like little breadcrumbs people can find when they really need it. Because life is getting more complicated, and the generations coming up need to have something to actually be able to get breadcrumbs, to get jewels out of, to be able, I can't figure this out. Well, I heard this joint the other day, man, dude was talking about the same situation, and he was talking about this here. So, you know, let's see if that works. Tupac and all the greats that came before me, they all left jewels. Those that's not here now still live on forever. We lost Nipsey Hussle, and that was a painful thing. But his music still lives on forever. His action before he passed will live on forever. We got to really start unifying and realizing that it's bigger than just us. And that's what a lot of people don't really get. They stuck on, well, I'm worried about getting me on.
I definitely understand.
That's what your mind is. They worry about getting me on. But you can get on, but can you sustain it? And so many people get on, and when you fall off, it's worse than getting on because, you know, when they push you into that limelight and you want to trip and you want to shine, they're going to help you do all of that. The most important word that I learned about this game was recoup. When they put in you, they're going to want that.
Right.
So I suggest artists to not even worry about record deals and develop your fan base and do you. But the generation now want that. And I know they want that because that's all they see. The industry is projecting it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I got this, I got that, I'm riding this, I'm pushing that, I'm smoking this, jamming that. So everybody like, I want that. But that's the trap. That's why you put cheese on a mouse trap when you try to catch a mouse. It's to lure them in. It's a trap, but it's still a trap.
Right.
It's a trap. It smells good and it looks delicious. But damn, if I get too close to it, I can lose my head.
Definitely. Hey, big bro, do you mind going ahead and introducing some of these next dope artists for our second independent hip-hop break?
Nah, they problem lit, bro. You already know it. This is for the state, for the culture, and for the movement. Break 2, here we go. King Venom. We got Meditate, Trey 300 Mix. We got Red Zone Reaper, Logic, Raw with their Getaway, Five Flame, Free State, King Venom, Peace, featuring Surf Freak. And then we're going to bring it home with me once again, Exit Only. And this will be the go. This is Green Light.
Yes, sir. Trey 300.
Sleep. Like that.
Pay attention, America, not being satirical. I'm being quite literal, you're bullshit, not scaring us. Where God's is literal. My melanin miracle, you don't make me cool, but you paint me a fool. Why you copy, you stare at us, breaking the rules that you held us to. Call us domestic terrorists, lock me in the box in overtime. They came blind to the God inside. Talk self-hate to the tone of mind. At the end of time, then Trump the sign. I'm not here to argue, debate with you, but press skip or let me paint the picture. I ain't your boy, not ain't your nigga. Look at my eyes and see the ancient with us. Look at the women and see the ancient figures. Do you get what I'm saying, nigga? King, be careful when the lane switcher. So-called real niggas gas you up and put you on the race. Crash dummy at a trucking pace. Hug your mother with that bitch face. Better be like you and drop the dead weight. I'm trying to earn my way up this way. This exercising my craft today. High reps on some lightweight. Burn one for the mind say. Burn two and let me levitate. Don't judge how I meditate. Puffin' person talking heavyweight. Not a seat up on my raw tray. You don't know me at the last time that you see me had a ball fade. This is Wakanda. No discommit. I'm in raw fade. My string going lost. Only fly my fly. On the road I flex, in the booth I test. My pen is complex, it's academics. Pencil down, turn your Scantron. This part of the test is hands on. This man and you playing wrong. Should've gunned you down with the bands on. But peace what I push. Let me blowing this kush as I strengthen my roots from strength for the grow. Hit the pain in my flow. Ears taste what I cook. I'm screaming baby until I die. Chunk L's up and then multiply. Go to tornado until I die. In Queensburg, that's my side. Third coast, that's my tide. 10 toes is high slide. Got a busted baby and I'm not plies. You're all lit on the top 5. Hit the truth in my chain. Third eye is the key. The forge I see is you vibe with the B. Let your mind be free. And the G unleashed inside is a beast. Or divinity. Which one will you feed and social I be? Lost tribe I lead. Know that you royalty. King.
I be smoking, I be sipping, tryna figure out the logic. Why hustle if it's the risk that's more rewarding than the profit? A pocket full of money and a bag full of toxic. Lil' mama riding beside me, telling me to be more cautious. cautious. I be smoking, I be sipping, tryna figure out the logic. Why hustle if it's the risk that's more rewarding than the profit? A pocket full of money and a bag full of toxic. Lil' mama riding beside me, telling me to be more cautious. I'm just chilling in the whip, tryna stick to the plan, but the shorty that I'm with got me rethinking again. She didn't knock me off my hip, but I'm tilt, see what I'm saying? And it ain't the way I'm built, cause I got still to defend. They be like, you need to quit eating, lil' nigga. I be like, no, I'm not the same degree as these niggas, you just a clone. And I'ma be the fence of these niggas, so just let go, cause I will not descend for these niggas. I'm a Queensburg animal, nigga, check my mandible. To you, I'm a giant, don't deny it's understandable. Black flame candle lit, something like I'm scared of it. I just roll another swisher, now I got a candle lit. I be smoking, I be sipping, tryna figure out the logic. Why hustle if it's the risk that's more rewarding than the profit? A pocket full of money and a bag full of toxic. Lil' mama riding beside me, telling me to be more cautious. I be smoking, I be sipping, tryna figure out the logic. Why hustle if it's the risk that's more rewarding than the profit? A pocket full of money and a bag full of toxic. Lil' mama riding beside me, telling me to be more cautious. Big flick, take a hit, smoking on a cancer stick. No, it ain't good, but my mind got me stressing shit. Ton on my back, ain't no relax, I'm just finna lift. Pulling the strap to make it clap, but where's the benefit? Play me, not the one I got, needs no alteration. Bullets slapping across your back like congratulations. Here's a consolation. Snitching and running your mouth will leave you left out of the conversation. Swerving, my thoughts lurking. Will I ever cheer up nervous? What is this hurting? Pill to perk up, now I'm perky. Cup got me surfing, lungs feeling like a virgin. Off of this purple, roll another blunt. I be smoking, I be sipping, tryna figure out the logic. Why hustle if it's the risk that's more rewarding than the profit? A pocket full of money and a bag full of toxic. Lil' mama riding beside me, telling me to be more cautious. I be smoking, I be sipping, tryna figure out the logic. Why hustle if it's the risk that's more rewarding than the profit? A pocket full of money and a bag full of toxic. Lil' mama riding beside me, telling me to be more cautious. I be smoking, I be smoking. Yeah, I be sipping, I be sipping. Yeah, I be smoking, I be sipping, tryna figure out the logic. Why hustle if it's the risk that's more rewarding than the profit? I be smoking, I be smoking. Yeah, I be sipping, I be sipping. Yeah, I be smoking, I be sipping, tryna figure out the logic. Why hustle if it's the risk that's more rewarding than the profit?
DJ Creator.
Yeah. Justice for All, the mixtape.
America, that's with 3 Ks. Racist 45, still wishing we still slaves. Kept my real name, don't address me by slave names. Sometimes, yeah, I swear I really need another death on the news like every day. More gossiping niggas, stay player hating. Social media, the new Satan. And I'm just sitting here, striving for greatness. But can I reach the apex? Treat the game like a queen, go deep, no latex. In real life, say sex, these diseases will take you out. Plus everybody sleeping around, they don't even make a sound, man. I swear I really need to shooting up Walmart. Where the hell was Paul Blart? Ain't see your AK walking up, but stop us just to check the car. I ain't blaming you, homie. Look, yeah. Only God could judge you, but I swear I need to. Plus they stopped them, how you ain't going off them, let them live another day. While the victims die shopping, I keep a gun on my side, not to be a thug. I be damned if my fam come faced with a slug. If the laws pull me over, search my car for some drugs. See, I have open carry, then I'm done. What the fuck? I was reaching for my registration. DWB, you guilty by association, just face it. I'm just a nigga in they eyes. Pants changed in the footage, now that wasn't the same guy. It's what they want us to see. The revolution televised. They distracting us with Instagram, basketball wives. Follow account got you contemplating suicide. But you was starving, I mean it, but that shit start inside. Find your purpose up in this life, don't let it pass you by. We blessed to see another day, send prayers to the sky. What would you do to make a difference, cause it's do or die? You down to make a change for real, there's many sacrifices. Wrote this shit on the cloud, I can't live without vices. Young, black, righteous, nightmares while I write this. I need to, yeah, you know, there's a lot that we see. You gotta protect your energy though, feel me? Keep fighting every day, and always keep your head up no matter what. Go reach your greatness, whatever that is, you feel me? It's your boy Rock. I need to.
That's right, send that hot track. The DJ creator, that's DJ KREATA308@gmail.com. Hit me up, real type music.
Rick and Thaddeus on the beat.
Playboy. Get my Palace Truck voice on these niggas, man. Shit. Lower Mason Dixie line shit. Free State of John. What line, huh?
It's the Justice for All mixtape. Hey, we got work to do. Let's get it.
Below the Mason Dixie line, what you know about it? This the 33rd, oh, you don't really know about it. Below the Mason Dixie line, rednecks and niggas. This a never ending war, don't let them tell you different. Below the Mason Dixie line, what you know about it? This the 33rd, oh, you don't really know about it. Below the Mason Dixie line, rednecks and niggas. This a never ending war, don't let them tell you different. There you go, I just seen Colonel Rail. He wanna put one in my back and put one in my head. Run, nigga, run, you ain't gon' get far. Ain't no underground, no freedom, following that dipper star. It might sound bizarre, but fuck it, this story about Nat Turner shit, kill master and bitch on his car. Them niggas done went crazy. Fuck them, tell them send a Navy. Tell them send an army. One thing about it, they know we ain't going. We stay the Jones shit, everything gon' do law. Hard on the line, live by that by the sword. New night shit, fuck the flag for the Confederate. Equality and unity, we never get it. Eric Gordon, Trayvon Martin, even Mike Brown. They kids like kids up in the street, that's how it's going down. Equality and unity, it seems we never get it. Tanker Edison, Olin Bird, now you get the message. Below the Mason Dixie line, what you know about it? It's the 33rd, oh, you don't really know about it. Below the Mason Dixie line, rednecks and niggas. This a never ending war, don't let them tell you different. Below the Mason Dixie time. Whole city locked up on sale charges now. Better take them fines. Trying to take it to trial. They gon' leave you dangling. I can see your legs now. Better lay it down. I can see your legs now. They gon' leave you dangling if you take that shit to trial. Below the Mason-Dixon line, what you know about it? This the 33rd, oh, you don't really know about it. Below the Mason-Dixon line, rednecks and niggas. This a never ending war, don't let them tell you different. Below the Mason-Dixon line, what you know about it? This the 33rd, oh, you don't really know about it. Below the Mason-Dixon line, rednecks and niggas. This a never ending war, don't let them tell you different.
I want peace. I'm tired of war, blood at my feet. I want peace. Close my eyes, see trigger squeeze. I want peace. Buy in the street, soul on the beat. I want peace. Can you just let a guy be? The eldest out of five, bastard overall. Dreams take flight, yet they always seem to stall. Like back in college, it used to astonish how he would ball. Built by knowledge, he knew that probably his past would call. Dreams started on the block, he survived day to day. Hand up on the Glock, and every night he used to pray that he could make a way out, that's not a cell or a grave. Every night he afraid, before his family he be brave. Chest out, little nigga, show no fear. No matter how deep that wound, nigga, shed no tear. In Mississippi we hold our own, no it helps us here. The place where niggas get on and claim everywhere else but here. Straight like that, the enemy can't a case like that. We bout that action, consequences, yeah, we face like that. Motivation, maneuver alone, can't build a case like that. No selling your communication, they can't make a tape like that. Straight I want like peace. That. I'm tired of war, blood at my feet. I want peace. Close my eyes, see trigger squeeze. I want peace. Buy in the street, soul on the beat. I want peace. Can you just let a guy be? I want peace. I'm tired of war, blood at my feet. I want peace. Close my eyes, see trigger squeeze. I want peace. Buy in the street, soul on the beat. I want peace. Can you just let a guy be?
I want peace. Time so hard I can't sleep. Set free, can't worry about these niggas, they so weak. These sidewalk ass dudes knowing they ain't street. I'm out here trying to eat, put my soul on the beat. I do it for my homies, got covered up with a sheet. Tag on his toe, dry the blood all on his feet. It's a worldwide struggle, us brothers gotta defeat. To protect our queens, don't let them sell our kids' dreams. If you know what I mean, I ain't trying to get deep. Better wake up and wipe your face if your ass still sleep. Shit, it's a war going on right next door to your home. Niggas gotta stay strapped but can't get caught with that cone. Cause more black men is convicted than sit them side up in the cricket. In Mississippi, them bitches give you just time for a ticket. And it's hard to get peace when the people around you is wicked. May God protect me from my friends catching me while I'm slipping.
I want peace. I'm tired of war, blood at my feet. I want peace. Close my eyes, see trigger squeeze. I want peace. Buy in the street, soul on the beat. I want peace. Can you just let a guy be? I want peace. I'm tired of war, blood at my feet. I want peace. Close my eyes, see trigger squeeze. I want peace. Buy in the street, soul on the beat. I want peace. Can you just let a guy be?
Xit Only. Exclusive selector once again.
Money is the tool that they use that you don't see.
Money are the tool them I use that you don't see. You don't see. You don't see.
With exclusive selector.
Money is the tool that they use.
What? Go get it, go get it.
Money are the reason them not make it home. Money are the reason of you talk them chrome. Money are the reason politician corrupt. And money are the reason this I wanna fi pull up.
Money be the tool that they use that you don't see. No, you don't see. You don't see. Money be the tool that they use that you don't see. No, you don't see. You don't see. More money mean more problem. Problem solved. Cover revolvers, throwing dollars and popping bottles. Foreign models and foreign models. She's exotic, weed exotic. Put in work like a blue collar. Whip exotic, seed exotic. She give me brain like a school scholar. Mash gas, blowing cash, go past the pass, can't recall it. Wrist game that sits on blame, hang it out the window, let the sun flow. Plug components, secret departed. Seal weapons and smoke moments. Whole car smell like marijuana. HDTV in every corner.
Money are the reason them not make it home. Money are the reason no few talk them crow. Money are the reason politician corrupt. Pana money are the reason this I wanna be pull up.
Money be the tool that they use that you don't see. No, you don't see. You don't see. Money be the tool that they use that you don't see. No, you don't see. You don't see. That's ballin' like Roller Martin, I'm ballin' like the NBA, we ballin'. Hit the courts like Spalding. Dick Tracy, look at my wrist, see faces, they talkin'. Cruise to fame, no walking. Airline flights by the morning. International passport, if I can lease it, why own it? Buy time by the moment, y'all lay away and we own it. International passport, if I can lease the shit, why own it? We buy time by the moment, y'all lay away and we own it. Money be the tool that they use that you don't see. No, you don't see. You don't see. Money be the tool that they use that you don't see. No, you don't see. You don't see.
Money are the reason them not make it home. Money are the reason no few talk them crow. Money are the reason politician corrupt. Pana money are the reason this I wanna fi pull up.
Money be the tool that they use that you don't see. No, you don't see. You don't see. Money be the tool that they use that you don't see. No, you don't see. You don't see.
King, I'll definitely thank you for like the mentorship, that you give out and the jewels that you drop. Because definitely you don't even have to pick up that call, you know what I'm saying? Especially when a younger artist is looking for life advice or that mentorship. And honestly, you've definitely been one of the mentors that I definitely lean upon, especially after losing my grandfather. Because growing up, my grandfather was the one that, instilled a lot of knowledge in me, because that was the person I spent a lot of time with. And, me and my birth father, we didn't have that type of relationship because I didn't really have any experience with him until after I went to college. That's when I found him. But the man that raised me and gave me his last name, that's the person that I knew his father from the time I was born, and when my birth father popped up, that created different conflicts because that was part of a reality that I was not aware of. So there was like an instability at the time because at that point I was unequally yoked. I didn't know how to view the world. So, I started to rebel, and I put myself in scenarios that I shouldn't even have been in. It's, I definitely had like I said, the father that gave me his last name, loved me to death. He's more of a man of action. So, it's not going to be that communication, but he's going to show you how to handle certain things. My mom worked super hard, so she really didn't have that time to sit there and impede that. So the only person I had was my grandfather, and he understood the reasons I was rebelling and why I was out there and, where my heart was at, because I was always loyal to my people. But, definitely when I lost him, I went into a dark spiral. And I really didn't want to hear nothing from nobody. And it was like I was on a crash course to a very dark place. So once I was able to build myself out of that hole, I definitely started to come across more like-minded individuals. And I just thank you for even, considering me worthy to be amongst your time to get that knowledge and to absorb that in. 'Cause I definitely view you as a great artist, a great activist, a great leader, a great father, a great king, and a God amongst men too. So definitely I salute you. I I wonder how you bear all the those hats at once, because definitely
I can hold it.
Go ahead.
I can hold it. I can hold that weight. That's how. Because I done held that weight. I done went through life. I really know. I love people, but I really don't like being around a lot of people because people are too judgmental. But I really understand that a lot of people have a sense of direction, but might not have the map. Now, you mentioned something earlier, and I thank you for being you, but I don't need thanks for doing what I'm supposed to do. You can't call yourself a true OG if you out here sending these youngsters on penitentiary missions and dummy missions. If you're not trying to help build them up, then you mean them no good. So I have to do what I do because, shit, I survived it. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be here. I really should not even be here. I survived it. I'm here. So by being here, and I'm seeing others doing things that could lead them where I almost went to, I feel like it's up to them to listen, but it's my duty to put it out there.
Indeed.
Being old, if you don't do that, then you can't call yourself an OG. True OGs do not take his youngsters and send them on dummy missions that's going to destroy their life. A true OG is going to try to help them get their life together to show them it's more to life than what they're actually looking at. Most people just look at the tree and they don't pay no attention to the forest.
You better speak on it.
Now, on top of that, you was mentioning about your grandfather. Life is chess. But we go through life playing it like it's checkers. We go through life jumping other pieces just to get a crown, not knowing we still can get blown off the board if we caught out there. See, this is how we play life, like checkers. Life ain't checkers. Life is chess. You have to strategize. You got to know what you're giving up and why you're giving it up. So people really have to understand what game they're playing.
Right.
I can't go on a basketball court with a football. I can't go on a football field with a golf club. You got to know what game you're playing and be prepared with the proper equipment to play that game. Like I say, most people play life like checkers. But like I said, even with the crown, you can get blown off the board.
Right.
And that's very valuable. Really listen to what I said. These cats want to be kings. And you ain't doing nothing but putting a target on yourself.
Right.
So when you cut out there, it will blow you off the board. Life is chess. You maneuver with strategy and be very strategic with it. You have to think ahead of yourself. And that's what I do. I think ahead of myself. I already know what I'm going to be doing next year at this time.
Man, those are major keys, man. I'm definitely hanging on to every word as if it's life or death. To me, that knowledge is life or death, because the power is in words and the power is in your actions that you apply those words with.
That's the power right there. Words are just words until they are manifest into an action. When you put them in action, they become a manifestation. So that's why I'm glad to have this conversation with you. I'm going to have to cut it a little short, King. I got a couple of more things I got to get into. But I'm glad to be able to share those views because those are important things that people really need to take heed to. A lot of people probably won't listen to it because it's coming from me. But as life progresses on, everything that we're talking about now is going to reflect that. Please believe me on that one.
Oh, indeed. I definitely feel our listenership is going to get tremendous value off of our conversation today. I definitely would like to extend the invitation on a future episode, and we can definitely go deeper into context on different things we talked about and newer topics as well. Is there anywhere that we can find you on social media or online to tap in with you and tap in with your projects, your merchandise, as well as reach out to you personally?
Literally everywhere. Not hard to catch up with. I'm on Facebook, Xit Only. Exit Only, that's without the E. The E is silent, so ain't no need to mention it. But I can be found anywhere through the Google engine, through the search engine, anywhere. Not that hard to get up with. Music everywhere, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. I deal with several different entities. I got to give a shout out to, you know what I'm saying, my crew in New Orleans, that Mom 504, my other team, Exclusive Selector, and Fred Stein from Brooklyn. That's the SFX lead. Freddie Crusher, Digital Dice. That's the Committee 601. Spin Real, Chuck Master, and King Bryce. That's the Power Culture of Life. I'm just happy to be able to do what I'm doing still, and seeing it actually change direction is good. A lot of us are unified now. We really understand that, you know what I'm saying, it's stronger in unity. It's stronger together. So, you know, all these individuals that steady repeating the same cycle that you did last year, try something different and see if that works. If you've been doing this and it doesn't work, try something different. There is many paths in this game to get to your goal. What you really need to know is, what is your goal? What are you striving for? Why are you doing it? All those elements are important. I thank you, King, man, especially Young King, that's from the heart, for you being who you are and persevering through the storm and steady pushing it. That's a good thing. And to know that we had an effect on you and others that's actually still out here. That's an honor. That's more valuable than gold. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm honored.
Thank you, King. It's likewise, and I'm definitely gonna do everything in my power to keep pushing with the knowledge that y'all giving me. It's not going on deaf ears.
Indeed.
Blunt Talk TV fam, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope y'all definitely are paying attention. I hope y'all definitely are gaining jewels and keys in life, and I hope y'all apply and manifest the blessings that are coming to y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll have a new episode coming very soon. I love y'all. Ashe.